Welcome back. You're with us here on Leaders of Tomorrow, and on Bright Sparks tonight, we're featuring Clovia and Fresca juices. Now, even as competition is fierce in the online retail space, how do companies go about differentiating themselves? We caught up with homegrown Clovia and asked the founders what advice they would have for our viewers on staying relevant and staying ahead in a highly fragmented market. Here's what they had to say.
Spoiled for choice has officially reached a new level given the umpteen offerings of the online retail market. In its ever-growing online retail landscape, making a mark is a challenge. But Clovia is an online lingerie store that in a short span, since its inception in 2013, has managed to stand out.
When I started working the joint workforce in 2004, around that time, I think you would also recall our outerwear had undergone a big change in last decade, from wearing the formal workwear used to be the traditional salwar suits with dupattas, then moved on to kurtis, and now it's as varied as it gets. But the innerwear hadn't really kept pace. The undergarments were still a problem. On every morning while dressing up, you would wonder what to team with this. So it started with that personal experience, yes, but then after research, we checked out what was available in retail stores, etc., and then we figured out how the current distribution system was really the key problem and how we could disrupt it.
Catering to the needs of women across age groups, the website draws over 1.5 million visitors per month. One might think that most of these consumers come from Tier 1 cities, but the founders happily debunk this myth in a conversation with ET Now.
Initially, we started with a very small base of thought process. We said, okay, let's target, the lowest hanging fruit, which is the urban audience. We started with the Tier 1. Our initial audience was, a 70-30 split with 70% in favor for Tier 1. In last 2.5 years, this number has actually turned around. Almost 70% of the audience is now coming from Tier 2 towns.
Clovia ships around 250,000 units a month, and all these products are designed, manufactured and packaged within India. For an online-only product, fighting for market share in a fragmented marketplace, Clovia has a few USPs that are working in its favor. A user-friendly website with the option of discreet viewing in public areas, technology is of utmost importance to the company. According to the founders, Clovia's strength lies largely in its robust technology-backed inventory management.
Lingerie presents a lot more complicated problem. If you were to bank yourself, 100,000 pieces on a single style, all of a sudden the life gets a lot more complicated for you, because if the style doesn't run and you're already in a distribution mechanism, you cannot recall, so you will liquidate, and all of a sudden, your profits go down. So we said, how can we turn this around? Considering that we have an edge that we can speak to the customer directly. So we would take, a risk of the minimum possible quantity that you could have heard in the industry, just to start us and set up a style. The moment the style goes live, the technology engine with its big data / machine learning starts to capture and understand, whether this is making sense for a replenishment or not.
Clovia's production capacity of 700,000 units has at its heart over 500 skilled laborers that form a second layer of mini entrepreneurs. As opposed to large manufacturing units, Clovia carves out its products through this entrepreneurial ecosystem.
Chris and I, when we started, and it was not easy, because when we would approach larger setups of factories to make products for us, and we realized that the minimum order quantities are huge, and if we want to build a more customer feedback based brand, then it's not going to be possible to work at such numbers. We started to approach these production managers, patent masters and designers working with a lot of national and international brands, and we set them up. We gave them capital assistance, and we set them up with machineries and a little bit of a setup, smaller setup, starting with 10,000 units production per month, and now they are as big as 100,000 units production per month, some of them. I think that's where we created a second tier of MSMEs. We created entrepreneurs such as ourselves.
Realizing that the maximum brand promotion happens via referrals, Clovia has also come up with a unique system of brand promotion, encouraging entrepreneurship.
We started to get a lot of queries from women, mothers who've taken off work, a lot of housewives who wanted to sell Clovia products to their circle of families and friends using social media, WhatsApp, etc. And eventually we did decide to give out our products and allow them to earn commission, and now it's become such a sizable number that we finally put it up on our website, inviting other brand promoters to come in and join this new wave of Clovia's brand ambassadors. And it's amazing. We get about 150 leads every day. Every day we get so many women calling us and asking us to allow them to sell Clovia products.
The online lingerie market in India is emerging, and with customized products as per consumers' location, preferences and feedback, Clovia is sure to pack a punch.
Tonight on Bright Sparks, we're featuring India's fastest growing juice brand, Shri Banki Bihari Foods, which manufactures juices under the brand names of Fresca and Fruzo. Now, Fresca offers a wide range of packaged juices with different flavors, all to cater to the Indian palate.